welcome to Ann's Kitchen, and I am gonna do chocolate banana bread pudding. And the recipe is 6 to 7 slices of cubed bread. You want to dry it out in the oven for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to have 4 ripe bananas, 3 eggs, 1 cup of milk, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 cup of chocolate chips. We're going to bake it at 350. We're going to start out at 20 minutes and we're going to keep an eye on it. So, put my recipe back here. First thing I'm going to do is cube the bread. So I have a little mixture here of diet bread and just regular white bread. And so we're gonna cube it up. Just like that. And let's get it this way. It's not gonna be perfect, that's for sure. It's kind of like making croutons, really. Then I've got a pan here that I've thrown some tin foil on just to make easier cleanup. Okay, looks like I got a few more to cut up here. Okay, so here we are. Just gonna throw them on there, and now I'm gonna stick them in the oven for 5 minutes. And so give me a minute and I'll be right back, and we're going to start mixing up the rest of the ingredients. And we're back. And so the bread is in the oven, and this is the chocolate banana bread pudding. And so we're going to go on with the other ingredients now. Okay, so what I did do before we started is I did beat my 3 eggs. I've got my milk, I've got my vanilla and cinnamon on standby. Chocolate chips are waiting over in the wings. We don't want them yet. First thing I'm gonna do, mash up the bananas. And these are pretty yucky because I freeze my bananas. When they get to where nobody wants to eat them, then I go ahead and I just stick them in a Ziploc bag. And then from week to week, when I get a whole bunch of them, I just keep adding to the Ziploc till it's full. Then it's like you got to do something with them. So these are still a little bit frozen. But, whoa, the bread is done. Wow. Okay. I think it is. All right, so I'm just gonna pull it out. Can you see it from back here? All right. I'm gonna set it on the stove and come right back here to the bananas. So you're just gonna give them a good mashing. They smell good. Now the funny thing about this recipe is it doesn't call for any sugar. And so we double checked on that because I thought that didn't quite sound right, but we're gonna go with it. Now I do have skim milk because that is what we use, is skim milk at our house. There's a cup of milk. There's probably a better order to do this in, but I'm just going for it. The eggs. We're just going to dump it all in there. We're going to do better do the dry first, right? A teaspoon of cinnamon. Get out of there. Teaspoon of vanilla. Okay. Now we want to mix this good. You can can see that okay. Boy, that smells good. This is going to be a great dessert. You know what? I see. What if I got a clump? I got a clump of cinnamon. You want to get all those clumps out. Okay, I'm going to stop a second. Okay, I had to go get my spatula. And make sure, I'll just kind of go all around the edges of it. Okay. Whoa. It's still hot. Of course. Okay, so we're gonna add, hey, they're like breadcrumb crumbs. That's pretty cool. So we're gonna add these in. I need a fork. We're just kind of folding them in. Let me give you a shot of that. Can you see that? Just a few more. Okay. Now the chocolate chips I'm using are made with stevia or sweetened with stevia. We're trying to do a little lower calorie, maybe a little lower carb, not much. Some of the bread was like low calorie bread, so that helps. Chocolate chips go in last. Wow. Okay, that smells so good. All right, so what I did was I took one of these 8x8 and I went ahead and I panned it for baking. And we're gonna dump this all in there. Okay, so now we've got it all in there and it's ready for the oven. So we'll be back in 20 minutes or so. I'll give you the final minute count on this size pan. We're gonna start at 20. So we'll see you in just a few. Okay, the bread pudding is done, and I did have to go at 25 minutes in this dish. And so let me show it to you. Looky, looky, looky. It looks so beautiful. And so the recipe said, go ahead and serve it with a little ice cream on top and a little chocolate drizzle, which we use Carb Smart and sugar-free chocolate syrup, and I think that's what we'll do with it later. And I do want to put a plug out there to my husband's channel, Dave's Gaming Cave. What? Dave's Gaming Cave. Right, Dave? Come over here, Dave. Come over here. He smoked a chicken, and before I could get him, I wanted to show the whole thing, but he got into it before I could get the picture. Oh my gosh. Come over here, Dave. Come over here. Smoked chicken and chocolate bread pudding for dinner. Oh my gosh. Come on, you'll have to bend down. You'll have to bend down. You'll have to go short. Come on, you can do it. And tell us about your channel.
It's a gaming channel that I do solitaire board game playthroughs for mostly war games and World War II, World War I strategy type games.
Yeah, and he's doing really well, and I'm really proud of him. Okay, you can go back behind the camera. So shout out to Dave's Gaming Cave, And if you would like to be on the Ann Lynn Show, or if you just like us to shout your channel out, send us an email at lynnan1740@gmail.com, and we will be happy to have you on. Shout your channel out. If you don't want to come on camera, but we can still have you on the show, you can do that. You don't have to you can just show your picture icon and we can talk to you live on the Ann Lynn Show. Be sure to catch us on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. And we're always live. Check it out, check it out. Good eating at Ann's house tonight. And we'll see you next time.